Hey guys, it's Wagon here, and today we're going to be doing something that I've been wanting to do for a couple days now. Today I'm going to be doing the entire Alien vs Predator timeline. So there's a lot of things to get through. I might have to split this video up into two parts. But anyway, with all that said, let's get into this. Circa 3.2 billion BC, Milky Way galaxy. One engineer sacrifices himself to seed Earth with the building blocks of life, which happened in Prometheus. 2996 BC, Earth. The Archer arrive on Earth, teach humans to build pyramids, and are worshipped as gods. An ancient civilization located in a huge cavern beneath the volcanic Abovit island grows to the height of its power. Alien vs Predator. October 10th, 2896 BC, Earth. The Archer returned to Earth and began a hunting ritual in which several humans sacrifice themselves as hosts for xenomorphs, so that the Archer may hunt them as a rite of passage. This ritual continues every 100 years on the 10th of October. The Archer activate their self-destruct mechanisms if overwhelmed by xenomorphs, which causes the destruction of some early human civilizations, which also happens in Alien vs Predator. 2000 BC, North Cambodia. A young Cambodian hunter called Funin and three others are hunting wild pigs near a pyramid temple. The three hunters are killed by a xenomorph and Funin is badly injured. Before he passed out, he witnessed the Yacha fight the Xeno. A Yacha hunting expedition goes awry, and when the xenomorphs multiply out of control, the Yacha wipe out all trace of the infestation. 300 AD, Brodilovo, Bulgaria. St. George witnesses a ball of fire from the sky, which from the ball of flames arises a dragon, actually a Yacha, which he faces. 1325 AD, China. Li Sen, a charlatan, liar and thief, is beaten and expelled from his village and is the sole witness to the crash of a mostly intact Yacha ship in the mountains. 1700 to 1709 AD, Japan. Shogun Tokugawa Tsuyoshi and his forces face sudden attack by a group of Yacha, ending in a final duel between one Yacha and a blind swordsman, chosen by Shinto monks. The monks have prophecy that the duels will continue in the future, where the swordsman in some form will have to face the Yacha again in another duel. 1718 AD, Guinea Coast, Africa. Pirate captain Raphael Adolini must fight his mutinous crew and is aided by a Yacha to refer to as the Golden Angel. At the end of the encounter, the captain gifts the Yacha with his flintlock pistol with the engraving Raphael Andoli 1715. 1863 AD, Ozark Mountains, America. A group of Union and Confederate soldiers team together to fight as Yacha drawn by the American Civil War. 1881 AD, Bengal, India. A Yacha hunts villages and British troops, including Edward Soames, in Bengal, India, giving rise to the local legend of a Rakshasa or Hindu demon stalking the area. 1896 AD, London, England. The same Yacha hunts in London, England, giving rise to the legend of the murderous Brunhild Jack. It is faced again by Captain Edward Soames, who was employed by the secret order of the mysterious Diogans Club, led by Mycroft Holmes. October 10th, 1904 AD, Bovieto, Antarctica. The whaler Emma sailed to Bovieto at the start of the whaling season for the Nyberg Brothers Oil Company. The Emma successfully hunt almost 300 whales during the year. Later they see strange lights in the sky, and the crew recovers a Yacha pod and bring it to the camp. Crew member Carl Jonasson see the predator kill his crewmates and flees to the ice. Later returns almost dead by hypothermia, and before he died, he witnessed the predator fight an alien in the mess hall. August 1941 AD. 1814 AD, France, World War I. The Yacha are attracted to the massacres and battles in the war at various locations. June 18th, 1916 AD, Verdun, France. Jean Brondand and his squad witnesses the Yacha in the battle at the trenches near Verdun. The helmet at one of the fallen Yacha is eventually passed down by mysterious people to CIA lawyer Griggs Ivan, living in 1992. 1919 AD. Before to which Mesa, Cibolo Country, New Mexico. A Yacha ship lands in the area. A Yacha attacks during a skirmish between Enoch and Narkai's great-grandfather, and the nature man of his community against white oilmen who have laid claim to an ancient Navajo burial site. Afterward, a man from the Indian Agency arrives and questions Narkai's great-grandfather. One of the victim's wives gives Narkai's great-grandfather a pawn from a predator weapon, which his great-grandfather passes on to Enoch in 1994. 1926. Florida Everglades, a yachter hunts an escaped convict from the Big Cypress Penitentiary, and the 3 prison guards sent after him. 1930. New Way City, USA. A yachter stalks mob boss Bruno Borgia. Bruno's wife Isabella shoots the yachter in the eye, causing his blood to spatter on her and her infant son, Hunter. The now one-eyed yachter makes a hasty escape, leaving behind some of his equipment, failing to kill himself, shamed by defeat, and having exposed his race to the humans. The archer, now known as Scarface, is exiled to his clan to a planet inhabited by deadly alien creatures. 1931. Bayou Lafourche, Louisiana. A yachter mistaken for the legendary local Gollywub hunts 3 musk rat trappers in the bayou. His artifacts remain with the trapper. August 16th to the 20th, 1936. Digacia Station, Segentia, Africa. A yachter hunts railway workers mistaken for a killer lion and must face a human hunter and local game warden sent in to deal with it. Gives rise to the legend of Dadu Yaporinia. 1939 to 1945. La Guaneta Mountains, Ecuador, South America. During World War II, a Nazi commandant and his team encountered Yachties during their quest for Incan gold. August 6, 1945. Hiroshima, Japan. Atomic bombs are dropped on Hiroshima, Japan. According to later U.S. government records, the heated conflict attracted the archer. Summer, 1947. Upper East Side, Manhattan, New York. A yachter hunts mobsters during a turf war between the gangs of mob bosses Tony Vinconzi and Bernie Jinks, and a crime reporter named Max who was covering the story. OSS-type military intelligence officers think it's related to aliens and try to cover up the incident for national security reasons. 1958 AD. Flinier Creek, Oregon. A yachter hunts a hunter and his son, Buddy Wilcox, in the woods near the town and seriously affecting young Buddy. 1959 Hollywood, CA. A yachter lands for a hunt in Hollywood. He attacks the officers of American National Pictures and then the Atomic Drive-In, where the premiere of gimmicky new sci-fi film is in 4D is taking place. 1968 Vietnam. A yachter hunts during the Vietnam War, and the South Vietnamese officer from the famous footage of the execution of a North Vietnamese prisoner is later accused of committing a bloody massacre, which was actually a predator attack. Circa 1979 Earth. Last known cholera case. No known cholera case since then. September 22nd, 1979. Bovetta Island, Antarctica. A mysterious explosion detected by a Vela Hotel satellite over the Indian Ocean, known as Vela Incident, initially thought to be caused by a nuclear detonation or an airburst from a meteor, was later theorized by Sebastian de Rossi to be caused by a yachter self-destruct device. The investigation was in charge of Colonel Alexander Woods. Historical fact. 1984. Nicaria Gargia. A yachter attacks and decimates a Contra training camp headed by U.S. Special Forces Officer Faulkner. 1987. Republic of Valverde, Central America. A yachter lands in Valverde, Central America, and hunts an elite mercenary team assigned by Major General Homer Phillips and led by Major Alan Dutch Sappho. All of Dutch's team are killed one by one by the yachter before being faced and killed by Dutch. Summer 1988 AD. Flinier Creek, or AO. Sorry, not AO. OR. During the heat record in the region, not experienced since 1958, a yachter returns to the area after 30 years and faces convicted murderer James McCuthcott, local townspeople, local sheriff Callie Mathias, and Buddy Wilcox, who faced it 30 years earlier. The incident is at least in part covered by the national media by FBI Bureau Director Timothy Gray. Summer 1989 AD. New York City. In the midst of a heatwave and a drug war, yachter first Detective Shafir, brother of Dutch, and his partner Detective Rushk, street gangs, the police, and the army. The military officer in charge of the operations dealing with the predators is Major General Phillips from the Valverde incident. Valverde, Central America. The detective Schaefer fights another Yaja in Valverde. Yamal Peninsula, Siberia, Russia. About 5 months after the events in New York, a predator ship crashes near an oil refinery station in Siberia. Major General Phillips sends an undercover U.S. military team led by himself and Detective Shafir to recover it. A Russian team is also sent to do the same. The teams face each other and the Yacha. October 1st, 1990. Mumbai, India. Peter Wayland is born to an Oxford-educated professor of comparative mythology and a self-taught engineer. August 11th, 1990 AD. Chicago. A Yacha hunts rival gang leaders Enrico Cesio and Esteban Roses Heria in Chicago's South Side. The vigilante mercenary Cross, who is working to end the gang war, unknowingly crosses paths with the predator. The incident is investigated by U.S. intelligence agents R.B. Good and K.G. Wallace, who are perhaps members of the task force assigned to investigate predators led by Agent Blondie, who may be Commander Claude Loudermilk or Special Agent Peter J. Keyes. Summer 1990. Lexington, KY. The ex-South Vietnamese officer who witnessed and was blamed for a predator attack in 1968 is secretly killed for his knowledge by unknown CIA agents in Lexington, KY, where he has since relocated and worked as a horse trainer. Summer 1991. Cibolia Country, New Mexico. A Yacha referred to by local Navajo Indians as an Adilgashi, attacks Cole Army base and terrorizes the town of Argay and the surrounding area. The creature is faced by Army Corporal Enoch Nakai and a military unit led by Colonel Trench and his second in command, Major Ambling. The forces at Cole are led by Colonel Artillery and Sergeant Coates, who, among with a military scientists, briefly get to study the predator's ship. Nakai faces the beast in the volcanic region called Almafius. And this will be the end of part 1. Part 2 will be coming out shortly, probably in the next week or so. And with all that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.